4 ways women lose a good man and how you can avoid it. Pay attention. Let's get into it, ladies. Men, correct me if I'm wrong. Taking them for granted. A man been so good to you for so long, you no longer see the value in them, or the value in how they treat you. Not communicating well or effectively. Like expecting men to read our minds and getting mad when they can't. Being dismissive about how you make him feel, or being overly defensive in response to how he feels. Basically, not liking being held accountable for your actions and how you've made that man feel. Last but not least, being selfish and unwilling to compromise.
What would you bring to the table if you were in a relationship? What would you bring to your partner?
I'd bring myself, which is enough.
But what else?
That's the best part.
What's your selling point? So if you were to get into a relationship, what would you bring to the table to your partner?
That's a very big question to ask.
Could be like,
bring him.
Just the dogs?
A stepson.
Maybe your cooking skills or cuddle skills or just the dog? Okay. If you were to get in a relationship, what would you bring to the table?
Myself.
Just that? What do you bring to the table to your partner?
Oh my god, that's a loaded question.
Oh, it's not.
We've heard multiple people before.
That's a lot. What is it?
I'll get you on the way back.
I'm sure you will. Okay, so the question is, what do you bring to the table to your partner?
No, I have to go.
So, here's the scoop. Women thrive in the digital limelight, soaking up attention on social media like it's their personal sunbeam. But the irony is that the moment they step away from their screens, it's like they vanish into thin air for the men they're actually interested in. Even those brave souls who dare to click the like button on their Instagram pics might as well be whispering sweet nothings into the void. And let's talk about the MGTOW crew. These guys are waving goodbye to the grand spectacle of giving attention to modern women. It's like they've collectively decided to hit the mute button on the incessant demands for recognition. The belief floating around is that if all men decided to take a 6-month hiatus from the internet, these women would be left floundering in the vast ocean of neglect, drowning in the silence that used to be filled with likes, comments, and DMs. Imagine the horror. These damsels, so accustomed to their daily dose of digital validation, suddenly left to face the cruel reality of an attention drought. The mental distress would be off the charts. It's almost poetic, the plight of the Instagram diva desperately seeking a life raft in a sea of indifference. But hey, it's just a thought. The digital realm might be their kingdom, but without the constant hum of male attention, the throne starts feeling a bit chilly. Cheers to the chaos that would ensue if the internet went on a man-induced vacation for 6 months. Buckle up, ladies, the attention apocalypse might just be around the corner. The prediction is that platforms like OnlyFans would collapse, Twitch hot tub streamers would depart, and strip clubs would witness a resurgence as women return to traditional forms of entertainment. Men, meanwhile, are expected to discover a higher purpose in life, recognizing that financially supporting women on platforms like OnlyFans is not a worthwhile endeavor. With a shift away from online interactions, men could focus on personal growth, achieve easier romantic connections, and potentially realize that marriage may not be worthwhile unless they desire to have children. The assertion is that women tend to be drawn to men with financial means, and without the online distractions, men with substantial resources would find themselves receiving more attention from women.
There's a critique that contemporary women are less inclined to embrace traditional roles as wives. Social media often celebrates single mothers as queens, even when their husbands may still be in the picture, and advocates for them to remain in a stable family. However, some women choose to raise children independently, potentially contributing to the rise of delinquent behavior in their offspring. The irony is highlighted as these women later complain on platforms like TikTok, lamenting the absence of good men while their children exhibit troublesome behavior. This narrative underscores the complexities and contradictions within modern relationships and societal expectations. Social media inundates women with validation and attention to the point where their dopamine receptors are overstimulated, leading to dissatisfaction with their husbands who are perceived as dull. The challenge of satisfying women in contemporary times seems insurmountable. Financial transactions substitute for emotional connection, with women leveraging platforms like Instagram for quick gratification from their so-called fans. The contradiction arises when individuals who claim the title of wife simultaneously engage in activities like posting explicit content on OnlyFans for monetary gain. Some even display their OnlyFans links on family vehicles, garnering social media praise for their supposed hustle, despite potential family discomfort. The emergence of hookup culture has disrupted the traditional purpose of marriage, rendering dating and financial commitment seemingly unnecessary. Submissiveness is now equated with slavery, as women assert their rights to a lavish life without necessarily earning it. Playing games appears more peaceful than risking a date that might reveal ulterior motives, only to be cast aside afterward. An unsettling anecdote involves a woman admitting to maintaining relationships with 7 boyfriends who are unaware of each other's existence. The nonchalant approach to deception is considered disgusting, contributing to a general mistrust among men who may not be receptive to hearing about good women, as the actions of others have tarnished the reputation of the genuine ones. The sad truth emerges that many men find it difficult to separate the actions of a few from the broader population of women. Despite potential discomfort, accepting and moving forward is suggested as a more constructive approach than harboring resentment. Mastering emotions and peacefully coexisting is proposed as a means of navigating the complexities of modern relationships. In the realm of dating, young men often feel that equality is a concept lacking in their favor. A common refrain from single women questioning why they can't find a good man resonates, but young men have already grasped the reality through first-hand experiences or anecdotes from others. They recognize that women advocating for equality often seek to date someone in a more advantageous position than themselves. Young women often desire men who are financially stable, even when they may be unemployed, or they seek someone who earns more than they do. The reverse, where a well-earning woman dates a jobless man, seems rare, possibly confined to fairy tales or exceptionally uncommon instances in real life. The preferences of young women appear unclear, with materialistic needs shaping their dating choices, a choice within their right, but often undisclosed in discussions about what they seek in a partner. Inexperienced young men often fall into the trap, assuming their needs align with those of the women they pursue, believing they meet the standards of equality. However, many have faced rejection due to this misconception. While young women may criticize men for having unrealistic standards of beauty, men, too, harbor fears of rejection before even approaching someone they find attractive. This fear is compounded by the fact that women sometimes view dating as a competition, comparing their partner with others and causing jealousy. The scenario of women comparing their partner with a friend's, regardless of personal interests, is a common observation that adds complexity to the dating landscape. Women often bask in the limelight on social media, yet find themselves essentially invisible to the men they are genuinely interested in once they step away from the computer. Even those men who express interest by liking their photos on platforms like Instagram may not receive reciprocal likes. A significant portion of men, particularly those identifying as MGTOW, are increasingly disengaging from giving attention to modern women. The belief is that if all men were to disconnect from the internet for 6 months, these women would endure significant hardships, experiencing heightened levels of mental distress due to the absence of the attention they have grown accustomed to. Despite the points I've emphasized in the last few minutes, there will inevitably be persistent individuals who continue to eagerly seek attention from women, displaying a lack of self-respect. How you choose to interpret and respond to this information is up to you. Consider it a reminder that maintaining a clear perspective on reality, often referred to as taking the red pill, can help avoid unnecessary entanglements with individuals seeking unwarranted attention. Stay vigilant and prioritize your well-being. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.